Dude, that El Brazo Onofre, dude, he don't like anybody.
I know. Mid-Valley Sports Show, Tim Peterson, Joe Trozy, Dwayne Barker's on the board.
Because off for a couple weeks and doing other business that he was free and clear.
I know.
So we apologize for technical difficulties if you're still with us. And right now, you know,
we've been covering football.
This
we
was
still have football.
Tim's Summer of Distinction.
Summer of Distinction.
So give me 5 teams that you think, oh man, yeah, I like this team.
Well, we just talked about one.
Lay it on me.
Arcadia, who I think will be much.
You do like them then. It's not,
yeah.
They don't have to do anything first. You're saying right now, I like them.
I like Arcadia.
Okay, give me somebody else.
Monrovia.
Ooh, geez, that's
going
going out on a limb.
Here's another one going on. Because they have lost a lot of guys, but like I said, I like the coaching staff. And every tournament, they've always been competitive. They look pretty good. Is Crescenta Valley.
Okay, I mean, they're 22-2 the last 2 years. Okay, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about a team that maybe
No,
year.
that's good. I want to know who's good. That's 3. You got a couple more
Let's
teams
see, a
that
couple
you think
more.
are good.
Who else
Oh, no,
looks good?
I like this team this year. They look good.
Let me see. Well, I mean, we talked about them a little bit, and I really like their quarterback is DeWarty.
Uh-huh.
That's another one. And then, let's see, the last one I have to say would be Montebello.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Dwayne, do you have anybody? You don't name 5, but, you know.
Even though we don't like the move that they made, but the way they were playing and the way they played in some of the tournaments, I think they're still going to be really good as Pomona. I think they're going to be good again this year.
With Darian Lockett in the slot, and who's
Or
the
running back.
and who's the
I don't know.
the kid
His name slips my head.
the kid from Chino?
Yeah, the kid from Chino. Looks good, big kid, strong arm. And with those kind of weapons that they got at Pomona, I think they're gonna be better.
You like Pomona? Anyone else?
Pomona.
Well, you have more of a problem with Lockett there than anybody else.
I don't have a problem with Lockett at all as a quarterback.
No, that's what I'm. No, you have a problem with him not playing.
I have a problem with Richardson not letting him be quarterback. So anyway, I'm just asking,
Not one that got that Flores kid.
who's thrown how many passes varsity?
No, but have you seen the kid?
I'm just saying you got the quarterback of the ages right now, and you're
No, who can play anywhere.
okay. We've talked about this. We've had this discussion. We had this discussion in show 10 and show 9.
I'm curious. I was talking to the coach at one of the lineman tournaments at the big competition that they had. They're going to look a bit undersized at the line, but the rest of the team looks pretty darn good. It's going to be West Covina this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to be good if their line holds up. They're a little undersized, but they don't have. They have guys that are like 225 playing guard.
But you know what? He made a living. I think it was Mark Logan and those other guys that won championships with the
We
full
saw
guards.
Logan out there.
Did you?
Yeah, he's helping out there.
Maggiore teaches technique and stuff. So yeah,
I'm interested to see, because seeing them at that same competition and seeing some of the beef that they've got on their front line. Bell Gardens is going to. It's not going to be a cakewalk for Montebello. And
just boils down to who's the trigger man.
Yeah.
For them.
It boils down to who trigger man, because they had a couple dudes that were like some serious big boy bad dudes on that offensive line.
They need a trigger man, and if they got a trigger man, I think that's what they've been waiting for.
Yeah.
My teams that I kind of.
Northview's
I forgot about Northview.
Yeah, Northview.
Northview.
Yeah, to me, I was going to say Northview's almost a given, but a team that I kind of like Covina. And they got some talent.
We saw them in a couple of the
and what I'm saying, I'm not saying Super Bowl champions or CIA, but I'm just saying I like this team. I like Covina.
Honestly, right now, if you had to ask me, you don't. San Dimas will probably be in the mix.
It's just there's a lot of transition.
There's a lot of transitions, a lot of staff changes.
Yeah.
And there could be a lot of changes in San Dimas right now. But I would say Northview Covina easily could be 1-2 in that.
I like Covina.
What do you like about Covina?
I like Williams. I like. I just
Williams
like,
is good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like some of the talent around that team, and Joe Brown's done a really good job.
Well, Brown's familiar. I mean, I think.
Yeah,
I think that was a pretty good transition.
I like Mayfair because I'm an Isaiah Jackson guy, and I think Derek Bedell.
You're a Bedell guy.
And I think Derek Bedell is going to get out of Isaiah Jackson what I've been waiting 3 years to see. And you guys are going to say, oh, yeah, I've always been an Isaiah Jackson fan. And so I like Mayfair. And to tell you the truth,
talk about a Herschel Dennis, though.
Oh, I know.
Isaiah Jackson's been there
forever, too.
Dude, I think Isaiah Jackson was
2012. So the other one, and this is a give me. This is like saying Northview. I think La Mirada's going to be good. And I think the good thing for Lago La Mirada is Norwalk's off the radar now.
Are they completely off?
Wow, that's a big transition.
It's a big transition. I don't know. And I'm not saying that La Mirada didn't have any trouble with Norwalk. I'm just saying that, you got transition at Norwalk, you got transition at Bellflower, and now you got Mayfair. And I think La Mirada will beat Mayfair.
So I think La Mirada will be good again, but I just, again, it's a whole playoff thing. Will they do anything in the playoffs again? I mean,
well, no, I'm just saying I like them. That's all. I'm not guaranteeing any championships here. And then the other one, it's just got a hunch that they're finally going to bounce back. Team to keep an eye on is, and I'll always say Downey, but I'm not going to say Downey right now because I don't want to get anyone on the boards going crazy. Is Dominguez, because Dominguez returns some guys.
Yeah, it's funny when we always see a lot of our tournaments and stuff, and they were probably out at that Bellflower tournament, maybe, I don't know. But we don't see enough of Dominguez until the season starts. Like, we don't see him a lot in the summer.
But they don't throw. They run that double tight stuff, and they're just going to pound it, a couple thousand-yard rushers. And lastly, I'll say it right now because he's healthy, Nico Harris, Josh Cole Holenquist, Sierra Canyon Trailblazers. And you're not going to discount Melky Stovall and Paraclete. Now, they are looking for a new quarterback because I don't know where Strucker went and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, teams that you kind of go, oh man, I don't know about that team. You don't have to give 5, give a couple.
Yeah, Workman. I mean, it just.
Yeah, but come on, Workman has won 5 games combined in the last 5 years, probably. I mean, that's not anything.
Bob Winey then too.
Really, with Eric Williams, Ayala back at quarterback.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, they got to transition to. I mean, I saw
you've seen these teams. So
Bob Winey, I saw. I don't know. I mean, they looked all right. I mean, they had some guys. Morrison was out there one day watching them. I thought he was at the SUV shootout, but
why wasn't he with this team?
They're undead right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, they were then. They're probably back now.
I think one of the teams this year, because they're going to have to bounce back from having some bad things happen to them and losing some of their good players, but coaching staff kind of makes up for some of that. But Whittier Christian's got a question mark this year. I saw their play at the SUV shootout. Quarterback, iffy.
Now, Justin Osborne still there? They still got some talent.
Yeah, and they still got talent at running back, but receiving core and quarterback is a big question mark for them. And after everything that happened, going 1-9 last year.
Yeah, they gave up.
A long way to bounce
they
back.
Gave up 511 points last year. I'm looking at the board right there. I don't know if anybody gave up more. Not in the Northwest Division. Nobody gave up. Nobody gave up more.
Yeah, but they got the new DC now. They went back there, right?
Oh, is Oberlin?
Oberlin.
Is he going to
play? Is he the
DC?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went back. That was a major.
Yeah, but remember when he wasn't there? He wasn't the DC. He was the quarterback's coach.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just so you
I
know.
think. Yeah, I know. But I mean, he's.
Yeah.
I guess he's well known.
No, it'll be interesting to see.
I mean, they had to shore that up somehow.
Yeah, but they gave up 511 points, and I'm looking on our boards right now, and I don't see anybody that's given up 511 points. Hoover gave up 369. Arcadia gave up 381. I'm just looking at who gave up what,
Yeah, I don't see anybody that's even close.
That'd be a nice list for the divisions. Who gave up?
I mean, Santa Maria gave up 400.
Yeah.
That's probably the next closest.
Yeah.
Or no.
And here's the thing.
Shadow Hills, 455.
Shadow Hills, 455.
But they finished 93.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Maranatha out there too at the SGV shootout.
Maranatha looks like they have some nice receivers.
Yeah,
they're breaking in a new quarterback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a transition. Running backs, they have to work some things out there too. But
I have no worries about Maranatha. I got no worries about Maranatha.
There and solid, yeah.
So the last one I wanted to ask: is there one team that you think, oh, you watch out, this team will surprise you, flat out, that no one's really thinking about?
That nobody is thinking about?
Yeah, while you're thinking about that, I'll tell you a couple of teams that I was high on initially.
Yeah. The one team, and it's come from people posting stuff and saying that they've got a lot of guys out and numbers, big dudes, and everything else. I think this will be the year that Cal bounces back.
Yeah, that's a good call because I had heard that too before I left out of town.
That they're about to
With their linemen and everything.
You know, El Rancho, won last year, but a lot of transition this year. Lucerna is going to be Lucerna again. Beltran is not there now, but he will be there once the season starts. So they're going to be good again. They did lose a lot of players, but they'll be good again. But I think Cal this year is going to be bouncing back. To
because there's a big opening there. Yeah. We know what Pioneer and Whittier are. There is some transition a little bit with Lucerna, although they got a lot of talent coming back. They were their Final Four team last year, but Pacheco's gone. Now you got to get another quarterback, and everything. But Santa Fe. That thing's. What did that party look like last year? That was a 2-8 party last year.
Yeah.
And then El Rancho. I'm sorry to say, and no one loves the Ranch more than me, but you can't lose Vinny Lopez. And I hope it works out for them.
Well, Rodney,
if you look at our boards and take any creed to what's going on, and we have some pretty tight people on the boards that are El Rancho people that really follow the team and stay tight. They're not happy. With what's going on there.
It seems like a reach back as opposed to a progressive move forward. And that's where, because Lopez kind of took him in a whole different direction. And it seems like you're going back
I think Yost could have been that. Because he was there with Lopez. Hyatt's old school guy.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, Hyatt probably knows more about football than we've ever thought about because he's been around for 100 years. But the thing is, I think that's the thing. They just thought he was too old school. And a lot of people aren't. You're right. A lot of people aren't happy with Hyatt there at El Rancho. So I think it's going to take a lot for them to bounce back. One team I think because people are looking at them because their coach left so late, but I think they'll be fine with Curtis. I think Bellflower could make the playoffs. I think Bellflower.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they've got talent. It's just whether or not they can.
But see, the thing is, you got in that league. You talked about Norwalk might be down a little bit. You still got La Mirada.
Yeah. Making the playoffs, though. Of course, they didn't make the playoffs last year.
No, they went 7-3, though. That's what I'm saying. They could still finish ahead of Norwalk. You got Mayfair to worry about and La Mirada, but if they finish ahead of Norwalk, they should make it. They're 7-3
they
last
still
year.
got our teachers.
And Roderick Curtis. It's not like it's that much of a. I don't think they're going to lose players because of it.
All right, I guess. Let me tell you who I think's going to struggle is that third place spot in the Rio Hondo League. That's going to be a default thing because La Cañada had made miracles happen last year. They go 5-6, they make it to the playoffs, they won some last minute games, and then Lambert leaves. Yeah. So now you got the principal coaching the team.
Yeah.
And then South Pasadena, of course, typical South Pasadena. They always have a winning record and never make the playoffs. They're 7-3. And then Temple City, and while the reports I heard on Shuttle Run at Temple City are really good, the cupboard's bare. The cupboard's bare. And so if you're thinking of some kind of TC revival in the home of the Camellias, it ain't happening.
It's not happening this year.
But the one that I think could happen, and I know you're totally into them, so I'm just going to put it in my pull something category. San Marino. Yeah. I think San Marino between J.P. Shafi, Carson Glazier, Hobby's just a different kind of coach, right? And you got one of the best receivers, one of the best quarterbacks in the division coming back.
Great. I knew he's back.
I would say, if there's ever a shot for San Marino to pull something for Monrovia to lose its first league game since 2007 when they lost to Blair, they haven't lost since then.
Oh, was that the game with Tip Sanders?
That could be it.
Well, you know what?
I
would have said that last year because you had a new staff and everything coming in from Monrovia. Mm-hmm. So that's when I thought was the shot that Monrovia.
And Tyler Spitzer seemed healthy at that. Healthy at that point.
And San Marino would have a really solid shot in the way, and especially the way those guys were playing.
Yeah.
J.P. Schofield, these guys were just lighting up the boards going in. I think. Okay, last year was the year I thought San Marino was going to get over on Monrovia, but they didn't do it.
Monrovia's better, though.
Yeah.
But Monrovia,
I think Monrovia is better.
That it's going to be tough. I think again, there's a possibility there.
As recent as I think it was 2011. It took an onside kick recovery from Monrovia to hold out that game.
Well, last year was a shootout. What was the final? 45-42, something like that.
San Marino scored 638 points last year.
Last year was a year I agree with Dwayne. I think they could maybe beat him.
56 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I just think too that Monrovia. What I've seen at least a little bit. I think they're better than last year, and I think because Zamora's back for another year. They did get some transfers, and they got a Pauly kid. Lawrence Spicer has been having a pretty good offseason. He had a good year last year, and that's kind of what led to Johnson going to Cathedral. But they have those guys back, so I think they're probably better.
So what's a tougher league? Let me ask you this before we go. What's a tougher league? The Pacific in the Southeast or the Hacienda in the Central? Because look at this. I'm looking at the 5th place team in the Central, in Hacienda in the Central. It was Chino last year.
Yeah.
And they were 5-5. And they're bringing in Ceniceros. And Ceniceros is a winner. And now he's going to deal with Diamond Ranch.
The only team you could really discount
is Walnut.
Yeah.
And then you get into...
And we saw Walnut, but they looked like
And then
Walnut.
you get into the 8-team Pacific.
Yeah.
The only 2 teams 2.5. You can discount Pasadena and the Glendale School.
Let's see, well, Pasadena, I mean, I don't know enough about them. Are they going to be a little bit better, hopefully?
But this year, I mean, they had 4 wins last year, but they also had George Rain at quarterback.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
And you don't know what they got. I mean, they still got Tyreek Adams.
I would almost say by looking
which
at
is probably one of the most talented receivers that's in that area.
Let me ask, is a better team going to be left out of the playoffs in the Hacienda, or is a better team going to be left out of the playoffs in the Pacific?
Well, I was just going to say, and I see with the power
good
in there.
teams,
I still think the Hacienda is a little bit stronger. I mean, well, you got because Charter Oak could probably beat pretty much anybody in the Pacific. I would think. I mean,
you know what? I used to believe that, but I don't believe that anymore.
They're still pretty solid.
I don't know, man.
And they're going to be better this year than they were last year.
We saw them, too. Yeah, we saw they were out at Bonita. Yeah.
I like CV, man. I'll tell you who scares me in the Central. Not scares me, like I'm a Pacific guy or something like that. But you're right. I would believe in West Covina, because of that power game and everything. Could you imagine how quick a West Covina Burroughs football game would end?
And if Fink stays healthy this year, Glendora is not going to lose that league this year.
Yeah, and then of course right back again, 10-4 Colony defending champs in the Central, and Josh Thompson's back.
Yeah.
So
and you know who plays August 28th? Who these teams you're talking about? Colony and West Covina.
Oh,
they play for that Friday night on the 28th.
So I'll leave you the keys to the office. I'll do that.
Yeah, cool. Right, cool. It's Colony at West Covina, so that's a good game. Yeah.
Cool. All right, is that it?
Yeah. So Mid Valley Sports Show. We will be back next week.
Next week, we're back in track.
I think so.
All right, Mid Valley Sports Show. We'll be back next week.